This is an AVNation special. My name is Tim Albright. I'm your host. What we are doing is we are previewing CEDIA 2018, happens September 6th through the 8th. And with me is Brett Bjorquist from Logitech. Welcome, sir.
Hey, how's it going today, Tim?
Good, good. Thanks for joining us. You guys are in booth 719, 719. All of us, at least any of us that have any sort of computer or technology experience are familiar with Logitech. So as we're walking through the CEDIA show floor, CEDIA is predominantly a residential show. What are we going to see in your booth?
Sure. So we've actually got a lot of great stuff this year at CEDIA. And it's actually one of the first years that Logitech has been at CEDIA in quite a while. So again, just trying to show that commitment into the dealer channel. But yeah, we'll have a few different things in there. One, we'll be showing a great active demo of our updated dealer portal that we have coming out just after CEDIA. So it's a great way for dealers to be able to manage their client base, so they can see all their clients in there, all their clients, active remotes. But what's great and that a lot of dealers love that are already using the tools is that you can actually update. So a client calls you up, maybe they need to update their favorite channels or want to add a new activity. They can actually update that programming from wherever they are. So, if they're on another job site, if they're in the office, if they're on vacation, hopefully if they're not on vacation, but basically they're able to log right into that client's account, make any updates that they need to, push a sync to the client gets their update right away, and the dealer didn't have to roll a truck. So, again, for a lot of these, updates that need to be done, it's a great value add for our Harmony clients, and like I said, as the dealers are going through just a much simpler way. So we'll be walking through that. We've got some great new updates to that dealer portal. So those that have already been using it, you should definitely check it out as well. We've got a new setup where we'll actually have, layers, so you can have the admin level and installer levels, all with discrete logins. So again, a little bit more control over who can do what inside of the dealer portal. And then again, we'll also be walking through our online learning. So we've got a great e-learning section in there. So again, whether you're brand new to Harmony and want to learn more about how it can be programmed, or it, but want to kind of learn some of those, deeper tips and tricks that a lot of guys are using. And we're like 98% 5-star reviews on our training. So again, dealers have really, enjoyed the way that it's being training. And we're looking at these things, and again, a much more forward-looking way. So again, dealers seem to be gravitating towards that. So like I said, great demo there. Our big demo that'll be in there that you guys will definitely want to check out will be our multi-room demo. So, one of the biggest things that I get from dealers, and I actually had a great dealer who installs Harmony call me up yesterday. And, one of his things was, I love Harmony. I just can't wait till you guys can come out with something that's multi-room, and so what I told him was, I said, well, actually, we've got a great demo going on at CEDIA because, most dealers just don't understand fully what Harmony can do. And so, we really want to be able to show them that, yes, it controls the entertainment system. So we'll have, a Sony TV in there and the Roku and, the classic entertainment system that dealer would use and often uses for Harmony. We'll have a Sonos Beam sitting in there for that main kind of entertainment. But what we'll also be showing is 4 additional zones. And those additional zones will have audio and lighting control. So again, something that dealers don't always think about is the fact that while we run one activity from an entertainment standpoint, we can actually control that entire house, in terms of audio distribution, lighting control, and thermostat. And that's one of the big things that obviously as we're looking at what clients want at the end, that's usually what we're hitting, right? Entertainment systems, audio distribution, lighting control, and thermostat control. So those are things that Harmony actually can control, and with great partners that we have that we'll be showing there. So, again, a great demo to be able to show how you can control one random room if you want to, or be able to group those rooms with discrete, volume control, favorite channel selection for things like Sonos or Denon EOS. And then, similarly for lighting control, we can control the lighting discreetly by each individual light or group them together.
So to be clear, this is not a new feature. Harmony can already do that. This is just your guys' way to say, to highlight to your dealers, hey, look, this is something that you guys can take advantage of now.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Tim. So, it's already there. We're constantly improving, and what we can do with that. That was one of the things as I got brought in about a year and a half ago. But what we find is the biggest piece there, Tim, just like you said, is dealers just don't know everything that it can do. and so it kind of gets put into this corner of, yeah, I use it all the time when I do these one room systems, but not really realizing that you can actually do quite a bit more with it. So that's really what we want to be able to show the dealers in there. And then although primarily, like you said, this is obviously a residential show, we find more and more dealers that are asking us, like you said, Logitech has a lot of different products, across a lot of different categories. And so we'll actually have a video conferencing demo in there as well. So we see more and more residential guys, especially again, if you're doing a home of a C-level, executive, they want people to put something in their office, and again, while I think the commercial, channel does a great job at working on the big boardroom systems, and we can handle those with our Rally products as well. A lot of times you'll walk into a company and their boardroom is decked out in a, maybe a Crestron, Extron type system, but then they have all these huddle rooms that are neglected, and maybe they literally have an HDMI cable coming off the TV, or maybe they have a laptop or a small nook, that kind of sits in there. Yep. And so again, one, we want to be able to show, the Logitech video conferencing solutions, like the group one that I use here. But then, also to show that Harmony can actually control that. So in a lot of those systems, again, they may have the PC that's controlling the room, but they don't have anywhere near the same level of control as they do in those big boardrooms. So, what we're trying to show is with a Harmony remote, we can make sure that TV goes on, that it flips to the right inputs. If you had lighting control or anything else in the room, we can control that too. And so really you can make those huddle rooms, into real video conferencing solutions at a price point that allows, like I said, those companies to actually be able to put them in more rooms. And that just means more business for the dealers. Yeah. So again, those are the main three demos that we have going on in the booth. So quite a bit from that perspective.
You also mentioned your guys' online training that you're going to be showing. In addition to the online training, you're also going to be doing some training sessions there at CEDIA. Talk about some of the sessions that folks can take courses, or the courses that folks can take.
Sure, absolutely. And like I said, we actually have some great courses in there. So there's two main courses that we have. The first one will be kind of that Harmony, we call it a Harmony 101, but even if you already use Harmony, there'll be lots of great new things that are in there. But basically, we're gonna cover a lot. So, it's a 90-minute manufacturer training. That Harmony 101 class is offered on September 6th from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And then again at 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. And what we're going to cover is, again, we'll do a deeper dive into that updated dealer portal. We really want to make sure that, dealers understand all the features that are in there, how they can manage their client accounts. So we'll be, walking through there, answering questions. We'll also be going through the online training just so that people, again, understand how that works. And then they can take those tools back to, again, any dealers that they have back at home. But then the other big part, which should be really, really cool, is that we're going to actually do a live programming demo. Oh, wow. So, this isn't a 4-hour training, sit down and give up half your day kind of thing. This is all within that 90-minute window, because we're that confident that we can actually program, again, a full system. And so what we'll be doing is we'll be programming, again, IP control over Sony TV. We'll be adding in a Roku for streaming devices. We'll have a Sonos Beam and a Sonos amplifier. They're connected to some, outdoor speakers, as a demo, in addition to some Lutron lighting and a Nest thermostat. So again, to be able to program that, we're assuming that we can have all of that programmed in about 45 minutes, well within the hour that we'll have kind of allotted for it, and then be able to answer questions. So again, a great demo. So if you're new to Harmony and want to see, can it really do this stuff, or how does this stuff program? We will literally have it up on the big screen showing you guys how it programs step by step. It'll be hosted by myself and by Pike, which Pike, if anybody who doesn't know him from our side, is about 13 years in Harmony, knows everything about everything. And so my 15 years in the CEDIA channel plus his 13 years at Harmony, really means that pretty much any question you guys have, we should be able to answer. So that's our first class in there. Our second class is another great one. And again, I recommend definitely hitting up. It's called Reinventing the CEDIA channel. And so what we're really doing, we just talked about some of the partners that we use in some of those integrations. So, what we find, again, from a lot of dealer feedback as we talk to them is, how do I get these products to fit into my existing business model? The classic CEDIA business model is, high margin, low velocity. For a lot of guys are doing 30, 40, 50 jobs a year. They tend to be higher value jobs. And so when you start talking about some of these products that some people consider ECI, IoT, whatever kind of buzzword we want to use for them, it really comes into, how can I fit that into my business model properly? Because when we just look at the margin on a particular product, maybe that doesn't look like the right way. And so really what we're trying to show dealers is how they can build that business model, looking at best practices that we've learned from a lot of dealers. And then we'll actually have 3 of our top dealers out there. So we'll have JJ Cannon from Digital Delight. So in just the last year, he's had a few articles written up on him, but in just the last year, he's actually sold over 300 Harmony Hub-based remotes.
Oh my!
So again, he's just on fire for what he's doing. So he will be there. We'll also have Jamie from TechDad, which is a Manhattan-based integrator. They've just done a phenomenal job as well. They've been in business for about 5 years now. They've grown from the 2 people that started it to 16 people. So again, just setting it on fire for how many jobs they're doing, how great of a job that they're doing, and really attacking the market in a lot of different ways than what we classically look at from a CEDIA standpoint. And then the 3rd dealer that's going to be there is actually Chris Gamble, who owns a great company called Customized, actually in the UK. And so, again, he's coming all the way across from the UK to check out CEDIA. But again, his whole business has really been, in the last few years, has moved from that ultra high end that he was always really good at, and really kind of moving into this, 1-day install, half-day install. And again, most of that's centered around those same types of products. And then we'll have somebody from Sonos there and somebody from Lutron there. So again, the idea is we'll kind of go through some of the best practices that these dealers have seen, that as manufacturers that we've gotten. We'll actually go through specific marketing deliverables that they're doing. So again, we want to show dealers how they can actually grow this business, especially those that primarily revolve around, referral base. And so we want to show dealers how they can, really expand that so that, again, they can be selling 300 plus remotes a year. And then we'll open up the floor, like I said, to any dealers in there. So, again, it's a great opportunity for dealers to be able to, learn a little bit more about Harmony, learn more about the other products, but more importantly than this one won't even be covering, deep dive into the products. It's really about the business model and how we can build a business model that works, that's proven to work, and how that can be, it doesn't have to be an either or. I get dealers that ask me all the time, so why should I be doing this instead of? And my answer is you shouldn't. If you want to sell those higher end systems and those clients are coming in, then you should absolutely do that. The real point of this is to be able to, really look at that mid-market, because that mid-market is just exploding. And frankly, we want to make sure that CEDIA integrators are getting their piece of that, and that they're able to take advantage of that and not let it go, off into, other areas that are trying to capture it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, lots of robust training. We'll put a link on this page so folks can get a direct access to all the training that you have. Brett, not everybody's going to go to the show, and so they don't have access to those trainings. But if they're not going, but they want to follow along with everything that Logitech is doing, how do they do that?
Sure. So real easy. If you just go to pro.myharmony.com, that'll take you over to our dealer portal. Go ahead and put in your stuff. If you're, again, not a Harmony dealer currently, you can go ahead and sign up right there. Once you're inside, you have access to everything, including our e-learning. So again, a great way to be able to put that in there. And then after we get out of CEDIA, we'll be recording those trainings as well. So like you said, anybody that's not able to go, we'll be recording them and posting them up in the webinar section of our online learning. So again, anybody that wants to be able to take a look at those after the fact are more than able to, as well as looking through the archive section of our other webinars, which we do about every month and a half.
All right, very good. Brett Borquist from Logitech. You can find them again at 719-719. The entirety of CEDIA 2018 again happens September 6th through the 8th in San Diego. Thank you so much, sir. For more information about us, or follow along as we head to CEDIA and bring you everything from the show floor, go by the website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.